Hey YouTube, how's it going? This is Gamester81. If you haven't seen my first video, numbers 100 through 90, I encourage you to go back, look at that video first before you get to this one. Something I didn't really mention in my last video is this. You'll see that my list isn't necessarily based on how many games are sold or popularity. It's based on my opinion of replay value, gameplay, story, how groundbreaking it was. By all means, I'm not an expert. I don't claim to be an expert. I don't think many of us gamers are necessarily experts at this kind of thing, but I think it's fun to share, for sure. We're going to go with number 89. This is a Dreamcast game. It was a lot of fun. It's called Soul Calibur. Probably one of the better games for the Dreamcast. In fact, I love the Dreamcast. It's one of my favorite systems. In this game, if you have a Dreamcast, you've got to get this game. Unbelievable graphics, arcade-style graphics. There's obviously 4 versions of this game. There's Soul Calibur 4 that came out for the PS3 and 360. And you can be like Darth Vader and Yoda and stuff on that, which is cool. But this is the game that started it all, for sure. You've got number 88 for the Genesis. It's called World Series Baseball. This game was groundbreaking for me. I was blown away when I saw this game when I first played it. The viewpoints, you've got the catcher viewpoint. When you're hitting, and you got the viewpoint of the pitchers, you can control kind of more accurately what kind of pitch you pitch and where it goes. You got the different stadiums. I used to always play as the Mariners, and you got the Kingdom in the background. It was just unbelievable. Great game. You got number 87, Wing Commander 3. This is for the PC. I also have a version of this on the 3DO. It might have been the PlayStation 1 as well, I believe. But it's an awesome game. I mean, how can you beat like Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker playing the main character? And you got Biff from Back to the Future playing like one of the guys too. I mean, I'm a huge Wing Commander fan. There was a Wing Commander 4 as well, but this game did a really nice job integrating the video and building the story. A lot of games back in the day had a lot of video but no story. I think this game really did a nice job of doing this, and it's a very, very hard game as well. I was playing it the other day, and it's very, very difficult. Let's do number 86, Junior Pac Man. This is for the 2600, the Atari 2600. Now, we all know that the Pac Man was a piece of shit, right? For the 2600, we all know that Miss Pac Man was a little bit better, but if you ever get a chance, play Junior Pac Man for the 2600. Great port. It's unbelievable that this is Atari 2600 graphics, because it just really, really did really well for the port. Fun game. You've got number 85, Call of Duty 2 for the 360. I'm a huge Call of Duty fan. I mean, the developers for this game, for Call of Duty 2, also developed Modern Warfare, but they didn't do the third one. I like Call of Duty 3, but Activision obviously published it all, but this is... Call of Duty 2 definitely stands out as one of the better ones in my opinion. I love the gameplay. It's one of the first games on the 360, but it's a fun game. I enjoy it. You've got number 84. You guys will get a kick out of this one. California Games. And obviously this is ported to just about every system imaginable, but my version that I'm really fond of is the Commodore 64 version. I used to go to my grandfather's house all the time and play this, and I just loved like hacky sack and BMX, and you got the surfing and half pipe and different games you could play. It made me want to go outside and play when I was a kid. I never really did, to be honest with you, but it definitely made me wishing I did. But one thing that kind of was frustrating me about this game was in surfing, you take out at a certain angle, you do like a couple spins, you'd have to land at the same angle, otherwise you wipe out, which is kind of bullshit. Also, when you're doing roller skating, you hit a crack and you fall on your face. So, but despite those things I don't really enjoy about this game, I do think overall it's a pretty good game. It would have been higher on my list if it weren't for those two things that kind of pissed me off. Let's see. Oh, number 83. Tecmo Super Bowl for the NES. Man, I mean, shoot. I mean, who hasn't played this game? I mean, this game is unbelievable. You got the names of the rosters on here. Graphics are fun. I'd always learn a way to do a super... I love how you can bomb the ball. You don't even know where your guy is, and you just huck the ball, and you're just hoping the guy... And he's always ended up being there. But it was a fun game. I really enjoyed this game a lot. You got basically, I think it was like two plays you could choose from. And if you pick the same play as, maybe it was 4 plays, I can't recall, but when you have picked the right play, the same play as the other guy, it was a sack or something. It was a fun game. It's been too long since I played this game, but it's a great one. Let's do number 82. Okay, this is a PlayStation 1 game. It's called Parrapa the Rapper. I don't know if you guys have heard of this game before or not. It's definitely the predecessor to Guitar Hero in the sense that it's a musical game. You got to hit a buttons when it's passing by, but the music's great. You're basically Parrapa. I think you're a dog, and it's kind of 2D in a 3D world, and it's just a fun game to play. You get this. I think the guy's got like an onion head in it and stuff. But there's a port to the PSP as well. If you guys have one, I recommend picking it up. At least borrowing it from a friend if you can and trying it out. It's fun. Number 81. It's the only game on the Sega CD that's on my list, and it's Sega CD. There were a lot of bad games for the Sega CD, but the Sonic CDs rather is the game that I'm recommending, because Sonic. This is a great Sonic game. Music's fantastic. It's definitely upgraded from the Genesis versions. It's a completely different game. They didn't just port the same game like they did with a lot of games. So Sonic CD is awesome to pick up, definitely. Number 80. This is last on my video here. This is going to be Star Wars Rebel Assault for the PC. There were versions ported to the PlayStation. I have a version on the 3DO. This is just a fun game. I love the dialogue in it. You're basically this rebel commando who's rebel guy who's in this program to start with the Rebel Alliance, and it just makes you feel like you're in a cockpit, and I really enjoyed that game a lot. There was a sequel to it as well, which had real video added to it, and which is a great game, but this is the game that started all for me. So Star Wars Rebel Assault. Thank you for watching. My next video will be episodes, we're going to review games 79 through 70. We'll see you soon. Thank you.